The boy suddenly realized his boss might be a robot, because he repeated the same words every day.
相変わらず精が出るね。いっそのことうちの社員になるか。
To prove his theory, he shoved his boss hard, knocking him to the ground. The next second, his boss began convulsing all over, and then died completely. Watching this bizarre scene unfold before him, Mike became even more convinced that his boss was a robot. But strangely, his co-workers showed no reaction at all. Could it be that none of them were human? Mike was so scared he took off running, but just as he reached his front door, a repairman walked out. Right after that, his mother appeared out of nowhere. The boy froze in shock. He frantically asked his father what was going on.
母さんならパートだ。飯はチンして食べろって。
Mike suddenly sensed something was wrong. He rushed out the door in a panic, and just happened to run into the repairman as he was leaving. Looking at the logo on the van, Mike suddenly remembered that his mother's arm had the exact same mark. He ran as fast as he could, desperate to uncover the truth. But the van was already long gone. Disheartened, Mike found his girlfriend, but after hearing his story, she remained completely calm. She said, "Who cares if they're robots? As long as it doesn't affect our work and ensures society runs smoothly. What does it matter?" Hearing this, Mike was a bit dumbfounded. Just then, he was astonished to discover that his girlfriend's injured right hand had healed instantly. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He roughly shoved his girlfriend to the ground once more. Now he finally understood. Everyone around him was a robot. To get to the bottom of the matter, Mike followed the address in the brochure and arrived at a hidden basement. He then pretended to be a customer, guided by a female assistant. He successfully made his way to the robot headquarters, but strangely, the place was littered with unconscious humans. Just as Mike was completely baffled, he suddenly spotted his biological parents. Overcome with emotion, he rushed forward to call out to them. But the customer service representative immediately stopped him and said sternly that they were experiencing their second lives. She then showed Mike the world inside his parents' minds. In their dreams, his mother had become a socialite, living a life of luxury every day, while his father had fulfilled his childhood dream and become a superhero saving the world. But Mike simply couldn't accept it, that his parents had heartlessly abandoned him just to escape reality. He frantically shook the hibernation pod, trying to wake them up, but this action attracted the attention of the Utopia CEO. In order to make Mike understand the beauty of the dream, John prepared to forcibly inject him with a serum. At this critical moment, his girlfriend suddenly stepped forward. It turned out she hadn't entered the hibernation pod yet. Seeing Mike's determination, she suddenly came to her senses, so they decided to return to the real world to fulfill each other's dreams. Soon they built a new family, and Mike became a comic artist just as he'd hoped. Just as he was celebrating his decision not to choose Utopia, the very next second,
ここがユートピアなのよ。
Mike jolted awake from his dream. It turned out that everything that had just happened was an illusion. Seeing this, John began to mock Mike relentlessly. Enraged, Mike grabbed a steel pipe and attacked him. To everyone's surprise, John was also a robot. It turned out he felt that life in reality was too slow, so he had fulfilled his dreams within the illusion. Mike was deeply puzzled by this. Why, knowing it was fake, did so many people still choose to lose themselves in it? Furious, Mike grabbed the steel pipe and began striking the machine in front of him frantically. As the machine broke down, everyone woke up, but instead of thanking Mike, they blamed him for meddling. At that moment, Mike completely broke down. Helpless, he ran out onto the street. To his surprise, everyone in the real world had been replaced by robots. He was left all alone. Suddenly, an alarm sounded from the machine. The system would complete its self-repair in 10 minutes, and the film ends here. If such a machine really existed, would you be willing to be replaced by a robot?